Hello and welcome to Killing Floor 2. So this week's challenge is the Tiny Terror Challenge, where when you shoot enemies, they shrink. That's it. And as you can see, you get a gold baseball cap as your reward. So this one is actually difficult because it's on suicidal difficulty, and flesh pounds hit really hard. It's... honestly... I would say skip this challenge just because it's a gold baseball hat. It's not at all worth it. Now I get to wait for this last person to ready up whenever. Finally. So, one, this is nice because everybody's 20 or above. But I tried this actually on this map on Tuesday, and you know, I'm so used to these challenges being actually pathetically easy that I thought, oh well, if the enemies shrink, I'm just gonna run as the firebug, because my firebug is level 20, so I'm well within means of being able to be useful for this fight. And I got stuck with a field medic who was level 21 who didn't heal a single person unless you spammed the I need healing thing. So essentially if you're like Genji from Overwatch, you have to just spam I need healing and then they would turn and look for you, and if you weren't within instant eyesight, you were ignored, which resulted in a lot of deaths. It was bad, and then we had this berserker who got really angry over that fact, which I get, having a really shitty medic does not help matters. But, so they got angry, and their response was, I'm going to try to vote to kick every person throughout this match, and then if that fails to work, I will instead start welding doors shut when we're trying to get to the trader. So yeah, it got real ugly real fast. Nope. So after experiencing that, I decided I have to play field medic.
Let's get you restocked.
And if people get bored of me playing field medic, I'm sorry, but I have to do it because every other field medic I get stuck with is a moron. And this isn't me trying to be like, I'm the best field medic in the world. No. They're just... I get stuck with the people who are grossly incompetent. And I don't like that. I don't like relying on someone who is unreliable. Especially in a game like this where a field medic can carry your team.
I'm about to shut the pod.
Which brings me to a point I had talked about with a friend of mine last night, actually. Because I had told him about, you know, the bullshit I had to deal with the petulant berserker and incompetent field medic. And we came up with a brilliant idea for matchmaking. Granted, it would take a bit longer, which, with this game, longer matchmaking would not help it at all. But make it so there's certain scoring systems in play. So like, let's say I'm a field medic and my team takes a total of 5,000 points of damage. If I can heal, you know, 80% of that off my teammates, I get put into a certain category. Like I'd be in like the top X% of medics. And so I would be put in matches with other people who are roughly of equal skill level. Kind of like an ELO rating in like League of Legends or Counter-Strike or even ELO in competitive chess. It would make it, I think, a bit more tolerable, so you don't have to deal with people who are just abhorrently stupid. Damn, I didn't think I could snipe him from here. No, no, leave me alone.
Batch out. Nice work. We can reopen the trader pods.
No, you can't blame me for that, sharpshooter dying. He was off on his own. Which that's something that irks me, is when you get people who get angry for not healing you when they're not even nearby. Like, I get it if, you know, I'm right next to you and I'm looking at you and I'm just like, eh, and don't bother. But if you're across map, you cannot be mad. Because you're putting yourself in a bad position in the first place. Who needs saddle? Burn, you bastards. Yeah, we'll just fill that and go.
There's Zeds on the scope.
Everybody's healed. Wish we had a demo. Shit, I should actually get grenades. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Bonjour.
I was spoiled because the last time I did this, which was the time I was successful, I had 2 demos, so I could just run around constantly picking up grenades. Okay, everybody just go off on your own directions, that's cool. I'll protect the firebug and SWAT guy then. Ammo box. Sweet. It's a few bucks I don't have to spend.
You've dented their numbers, but there are plenty left.
Oh yeah, and you also, if you didn't notice, some of the guys who were lower health last round, you also shrink. Which is... It has to be kind of one of the stupidest mechanics. Because it doesn't feel like it really does anything. It's just like, oh yeah, you're smaller and I think you might move a little bit faster. Leave me alone, shitlord. Yeah, this is... Is this the first time I've ever had it where all my team is 20 or above? I think it might be. Because I'm so used to having teammates who are, you know, level 5. That I've just kind of grown accustomed to always having some shred of dead weight. Oh, he's dead.
Glad to see you made it through. Make for the pod and gear up. Don't think I didn't see you healing out there. Good work.
I don't even know why a field medic would pick the other level 5 ability. It's like, oh yeah, you can get 25% extra health with this one, and you heal when you heal teammates.
Now spend it. We're almost
Or,
out of time. Make your choices.
actually, what is it? You gain damage resistance per percent of lost health, up to 50%. Which I fail to see any use for.
I'm about to shut the pod.
You honestly could not sell me on that one, regardless of what you say or do.
Time's up. Go kill some Zeds.
Found some ammo. Visible.
Ooh, armor. I will take free armor.
How's that?
So that's $300 I didn't have to spend.
Assaulting's down, but many Zeds remain.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just sitting here thinking, what is the point of these videos? Like, they're not really tips and tricks, because my only tip is don't die. Actually, my two tips are don't die and shoot things. And then, I guess it's more of just, here's a showing of what you're going to be facing. Because nothing else really fits.
What's the matter? Reload. You dead? Sick bastard.
Actually, having those two guys up there isn't bad. It spreads out spawns just enough that we're not getting
In green around the
abhorrently swamped by enemies.
just picking them off. Smack the bugger down.
Man, this is just going so much better than my last two attempts. The last few times, people died really fast. Like, wave 2 or 3, we already had players who were dying off. So to actually have people living to this point is just astounding. But considering almost everybody has the gold armor, it's people who do weeklies. Now we're gonna face some danger because those flesh pounds. Flesh pounds are gonna hurt. Stay away from my butthole. And this is where we need demos.
That's better.
Oh, shit.
Good stuff.
Alright, the next wave,
Indicated pod for resupply.
I'm selling this because I'm almost out of ammo.
Good day's work.
And then I'm going to pick up the assault rifle because now I need to spam healing darts. And this gun just does not regen fast enough.
Bonjour. Come and get your tools of trade.
And yeah, we'll pay to fix the armor up.
Final choices, people. Enemies on the scope.
No one ever wears anything interesting anymore. People don't take the time to dress up.
I also started using Berserker. That's what it is. I started using my Berserker class a little bit more. And at level 10 you can solo
Break time's over.
a normal fight. It's not even that much of a challenge. Because I just start with the shovel, as everybody does, and then I just rush Bone Crusher until Flesh Pound starts showing up, and then I roll into the Saw Blade launcher and deal with everything that way.
Dented down numbers, but there are plenty left.
Man, it seems like every time I try to shoot like one clot or something that's nearby, it's always the time when I'm out of ammo.
The old man can still shoot.
Admittedly, I did have one really cool instance a couple days ago where I was fighting, I think it was a Scrake because I was the last guy alive, and I just popped a random shot off and it was the last bullet, and for some reason it was like the massive damage critical that just took its head off even though it had taken no damage prior.
Feel better now?
God, I'm just so happy at this progression, like wave 5 already. No one's dead.
Here you go, pal. How's that?
And they're actually standing where I can dart them from here.
Just picking them off. Right is right. Tough.
10 out of 10 team here.
Cleared this batch out. Nice work.
Wood weekly again with these people.
I think you got it.
Okay, now I think I'm realizing how this works. Because the damage, the size seems to be tied to how close they are to death. So you just have to find dudes who are small.
Feel better now? Here you go, pal.
Glad to see you made it through. Make for the pod and gear up. You know how to stay alive out there.
That's actually a really good way of kind of recognizing when someone's near death. At least in terms of enemies. Because sometimes if you don't have someone consistently headshotting, you'll just have a guy who looks
Bring up
normal.
the trading controls and upgrade your gear. There's Zeds on the scope. Must close the pod very soon.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I really don't use my pistol that much. And I haven't even really needed the shotgun yet. Because I try to get my hands on that for burst damage.
Time's almost up.
In case of like a Scrake or a Flesh Pound, I can just, you know, dump hopefully what is it, 15 rounds in the magazine into their head, which now that I think about it is a stupidly high number of shells. But then again, this gun, I like the design of the medic weapons, but I feel like Tripwire kind of screwed themselves because they made them all, it's essentially supposed to be a modular weapon where you can see kind of the pistol in the design of the assault rifle, the shotgun, and the SMG. But that comes at the problem of now you can't really just be like, oh, it's a second assault rifle, because it raises the question of why is there a second assault rifle? Come on, go down. You're so close to death. Really? Number 2? And they're both aggroed. Great. Help! For the love of God, help me! One down. Okay, I can work with this. Thank you, Firebug.
What's the matter? Feeling rough? That is practice.
Be gone, thought.
Oh, good stuff, that.
Stop that fart cloud before it even gets here. Yeah, in this game, if you notice some stuttering, it's not even my ping, which is the really weird part, because I think it just might be whatever update they did caused a little bit of instability, and I can't do much about that. SWAT guy. Nah.
Excellent. That's nearly all of them.
Feel better now?
Yeah, that SWAT guy managed to find my healing grenade. Or not? No, I healed him.
Here you go, pal.
I was really hoping for some badass long-range heal, but nope, that didn't pan out. Oh, might as well move on the
Last one.
trader.
Get to the indicated pod for resupply.
I don't really need
Killing a Scrag is never
the
easy,
box.
but you did it well.
Yeah, we'll pick it up. I mean, I have enough to afford everything, so I'm good.
Here you go, pal.
I also end up on this map a lot. I think people have figured out this one's actually really easy for weeklies just because your spawns are limited to there, there, over there, up there, way back over there, way back over there, or up there. So, other than these two,
Hurry up.
well, 3
Threats
spots,
are getting closer.
everybody has to come a good distance and you can see them coming. Unlike a fair number of maps like,
Break time's over. Get back to work. More Zeds inbound.
honestly, Catacombs is probably the worst for spawns. Just because it's so windy, crap spawns like a corner away.
Get me with the trigger finger. How's that?
Ah, I was hoping for a mid-air smack. That would have been sweet. Come on, back up. Well, thankfully whoever's with him is at least trying to heal. Oh shit, that's why they all came down. Reload faster.
Still ain't 100% better. Here you go, pal. Just picking them off.
So that didn't work out very well. At least one person died, but at least it seems to be only one. And honestly, one death on wave 7. So the final wave, that is not bad at all. Two deaths, okay. Concern is growing. Really? He left? I mean... Okay. I don't know why you would quit last wave. Honestly, whatever money I don't spend on resupplying, I'm just chucking, so... I don't know why I switched to pistol, but... Whatever. Okay, so he's decent. Knew that was gonna happen. And I'm out of heal grenades. This looks... I want to say this doesn't look good, but honestly, other than the flesh pound, which, as long as this guy stays moving, I can heal him out of the damage. I don't know if I can heal him out of 2 flesh pounds, though. Unless the second one just wants to kill me. On. Yes. Oh, that was close.
You lost some teammates back there.
Alright, so we have a second field medic. You know what? I'm not even mad. Okay, and
Money, money. Cash, anyone?
throw money.
Money, money, money. Cash.
More Zeds on the way. Start to wrap things up, as they say.
How's that for a bailout?
Starting to feel like the 1%.
I don't know who I even want it to be. Like,
I have to power down the pod.
probably the Patriarch.
I'm feeling generous.
I don't know, Volter would be a pain in the ass, but Volter would be consistent. The Patriarch we'd have to surround.
Go kill some Zeds.
Which, I mean, I've been on teams where we've done that. And it's the Patriarch.
And I've got some new tricks.
That's fine. Honestly. We'll sort it out. He's gonna come from this way. Wow, that... Yeah. There's really bad instability, or the servers that they have just gotten worse. I honestly think they might be like rolling some EU and NA servers together. Or I'm on US Central, so they might be putting me on some US East and US West, just as a hope to fill them out. Which I get, you know, if you don't have enough people in a region, and I'm sure there are people who don't even bother switching region, because how many games actually have, or bother to mention that they have a US Central? Most just go US East and West and leave it at that. The needles are as big as he is. So that went really well. We had the one little hiccup at the end. But otherwise, we held up pretty well. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.